Listen to me very carefully in this moment, for what I am placing before your heart is not a passing word for you to take lightly, but a gentle yet solemn calling, an awakening born from love that desires to protect you before you take the next step. My child, it is not by chance that you have stopped here, nor is it accidental that these words touch the hidden places within you at the very moment when your heart is troubled by many movements. I have not come to make you tremble, nor do I speak to you through the darkness of fear. I come as a father bending near to you, placing my hand upon your shoulder and saying, "Be awake. Guard your heart. Return to my peace." For there are things you must recognize before you allow yourself to be swept away by the chaotic sounds surrounding your life. I know that in recent days, you have felt something unusual. Perhaps you cannot name it, but you have sensed a quiet heaviness, a disturbance slipping into your moments of stillness, a feeling as though your heart is being stretched between faith and worry. You have tried to reassure yourself that everything will pass. Yet there are nights when you lie down and your mind still cannot rest. Mornings when you wake and your heart has not yet become light. Moments when you smile at others while inside you still need an embrace to lift you up. I see all of this. I do not blame you for being tired. I do not blame you for being confused. I do not blame you for moments when you feel tender and weak. I only want you to understand that when your heart trembles before a reminder, it may be the very moment I am drawing you closer so that you do not step into a decision without clarity. My beloved child, when I say that you are called personally, it does not mean you have been set apart to carry a burden alone. On the contrary, it means that I see you with a very personal gaze, that I know your name, know your story, and know the battles you have told no one. The world may only see your outward appearance, what you have or have not accomplished, your smile, your work, your duties, and your daily habits. But I see deeper. I see what you have endured without allowing your heart to become hardened. I see the times you were misunderstood and still chose not to answer with bitterness. I see the days when you thought you were about to collapse, and yet you still found a way to rise once more. It was there that I placed, not so that you would become proud, but so that you would remember that you belong to me and are kept by me. Therefore, do not be surprised when there are seasons in which the opposition around you feels heavier. Not every difficulty is a punishment, and not every storm is a sign that you have taken the wrong path. Sometimes, when you are drawing near to a good shift, the old voices try to pull you back into old fear. Sometimes, before a new door opens, your heart is tested by confusion, by thoughts that make you question your worth, by the feeling that peace is being stirred up without ceasing. But hear me, the disturbance has no right to rule over you. Anxiety is not permitted to sit upon the throne of your heart. The threats, whether they come from circumstances, memories, or your own imagination, are not stronger than the protection I have placed over you. If tonight there is something you must face, you will not face it alone. If there is news that causes your heart to sink, I am still the one who lifts you up. If there is a difficult conversation, I will give you gentleness and wisdom. If there is a truth that must be looked at directly, I will not let you look at it in loneliness. But I also want to teach you to distinguish between a word of warning and a voice that sows panic. A warning that comes from me will lead you back to watchfulness, repentance, peace, and clarity. But a voice that sows panic only wants you to become hurried, afraid, dependent on outward signs, and robbed of inward steadiness. Do not allow any word to make you believe that my blessing or my protection depends on a rushed reaction. What I have for you is held in my love. It is not controlled by the noise of the world. In this moment, what I desire from you is not frantic movement, but return to slow breathing, return to pure trust, return to the deep listening you once had before too many worries pushed their way in. Do not pass through your life as though every sign is meaningless, but also do not allow every warning to become a chain that binds you in fear. I want you to be watchful and still at peace, cautious and still tender-hearted, ready without being frantic. There are things you need to close tonight, a conversation that drains you, a habit that feeds insecurity, a thought that keeps repeating and causes you to condemn yourself, a connection that has long ceased to bring clarity and purity. And there are things you need to open, a more sincere prayer, a healthier silence, the courage to say no, and the trust to surrender what you cannot control. My child, the invisible movements around you are not meant to make you afraid, but to help you understand that your life has value. When a field is about to bring forth a harvest, the soil is often turned over. When a road is about to be repaired, dust may rise before the path becomes smooth. When a heart is about to be healed more deeply, old things may rise to the surface so they can be brought into the light. Therefore, if you feel your heart trembling, do not quickly conclude that disaster is coming. Recognize that I am inviting you to pay attention. I am calling you to step out of distraction, to step away from the things that have lulled you into weariness, to step out of the fear that has pretended to be wisdom for too long. I am teaching you how to see danger without being swallowed by it, how to hear a warning while still keeping your heart in my hands. Tonight, choose peace as an act of faith. Lay the things you worry about before me, un by un, as though setting heavy stones down from hands that have grown weary. Reconsider the doors you have opened. What is taking away your clarity? What is causing you to doubt my love? What is making you live in tension instead of trust? Then allow me to lead you in closing the places that need to be closed, repairing what needs to be repaired, and keeping you from decisions born out of haste. You do not need to know everything that will happen in order to be at peace. You only need to know that I am the one who goes before you, remains with you, and stands behind you to guard every step. I do not want you to cry tears of regret because you ignored my calling. But neither do I want you to cry because you were frightened by words that made your heart tremble. I want your tears, if they fall, to be tears of healing, tears of someone who can finally release the burden, tears of a child who realizes they have been loved even in the darkest seasons. Let me wipe away the confusion within you. Let me restore order where your thoughts have become tangled. Let me remind you that you were chosen not to live under pressure, but to walk in light, in wisdom, and under my gentle protection. Therefore, my beloved child, do not run from this reminder. but do not let it become fear either. Receive the essence of what I am speaking. Be awake. Guard your heart. Slow your steps. Surrender every worry to me. And do not take lightly what I am placing within you. What is moving around you is not greater than my power. What may come tonight is not beyond my hand. What you fear losing is not more precious than my presence in your life. Remain in peace, for I am near. I will teach you what to do, what to say, when to be silent, when to walk forward, and when to rest. And when dawn comes, you will understand that the most important thing is not how many things you avoided, but that you learn to remain in me more firmly, more deeply, and more purely. I do not call everyone to hear this word, but I am calling those whose hearts are ready, those who still long for the light, those who are quietly searching for a sign amid days filled with uncertainty. And my beloved child, this word is directed straight toward you, not because you happen to stop here, not because you accidentally encountered these lines among so many things passing before your eyes, but because I saw you in the hidden hours and heard your voice when you no longer had enough strength to explain your pain to anyone. You once asked me for a sign. You once spoke through tears and said, "Father, show me where I should go, what I should do, and how I should understand what is happening in my life." You have grown weary of uncertainty, and at times you have felt as though you were standing at a crossroads, not knowing which path carried peace and which path was merely the noise of fear. Today, I tell you that I have not been as silent as you thought. I have not moved far from you. I am speaking to you in this very moment, through this gentle yet serious reminder, through the deep stirring you feel as each sentence touches the secret place within your heart. Be still for a moment, and do not hurry past this word as you have hurried past many other voices. There are times when I do not come with thunder that shakes the sky, but with a very small prompting, a very deep feeling, an awakening word that makes you realize you can no longer continue living in the same distraction as before. If these things are touching you, it is not a coincidence. It is my mercy reaching out to hold you before you drift farther into chaotic thoughts. I am calling you back to watchfulness. I am telling you to look more carefully, listen more deeply, and discern more clearly between the voice that brings life and the voice that sows confusion. For there are people out there also standing on the edge of despair, needing a ray of light, a word of encouragement, a sign that they have not been forgotten. When the light I give you is guarded and shared by you with sincerity, it can become a lifeline for someone else who is quietly sinking into the darkness of their night. Tonight is not like other nights, my beloved, not because the darkness outside is thicker, but because, in the unseen realm, there are movements that ordinary eyes do not immediately perceive. There are seasons in your life that are seasons of rest, but there are also seasons that are decisive moments, when every small choice carries more weight than you imagine. This warning comes to you not to make you afraid, but to awaken you from indifference. I do not want you to step into the days ahead with a scattered mind, with a heart pulled by too many different voices, with feet no longer anchored in truth. A shift is taking place. What was once hidden behind the mist is beginning to appear. The good intentions I have placed within you are being urged forward. Yet, at the same time, opposing winds are trying to blow harder in order to shake you. That is why I draw near and remind you that you must not allow yourself to be carried away by fear, by doubt, or by the negative images that darkness tries to paint before your eyes. You need to understand that not every storm comes to destroy you. Some storms only reveal what within you has not yet been firmly anchored. When the wind rises, you discover what you are holding on to. When noise surrounds you, you recognize which voice you have become most accustomed to hearing. If you listen only to anxiety, you will walk like someone being chased. If you listen only to the judgment of others, you will live like one who must ask permission to exist. If you listen only to painful memories, you will believe the past has the right to define the future. But I tell you that my voice is not like those voices. My voice does not push you into panic. My voice does not crush you with guilt. My voice does not use fear to control you. My voice calls you back to peace, to clarity, to gentle courage, to the belief that even if the storm rises, you are not abandoned in the raging sea. Therefore, in this hour, I want you to anchor your heart firmly in me. Do not anchor it in passing emotions, for emotions can change with every piece of news. Every word, every small disturbance. Do not anchor it in human approval, for today people may praise you, and tomorrow they may not understand you. Do not anchor it in what you see before your eyes, for there are many things I am preparing in the hidden place that you cannot yet touch. Anchor yourself in the word I have placed deep within you, that you are kept, guided, loved, and awakened for a purpose that is not ordinary. When you remain close to me, confusion will not be able to rule for long. When you remain close to me, the schemes that want to pull you into darkness will be exposed. When you remain close to me, you will learn how to walk slowly yet securely, silently yet powerfully, gently yet without being easily swept away. I know there have been days when you were tired of battling in your thoughts. You woke up with a series of questions, went to sleep with things unanswered, and throughout the day tried to appear normal while inside you were full of collisions. But my child, I do not blame you for being weak in heart. I do not drive you away because you have doubted. I do not turn my face when you tremble. I come to place my hand upon you and say, be still. I am still here, the clarity you need. I will give in portions at the right time, the path you must walk. I will open step by step, enough for your feet to move forward. The strength you thought you had lost, I will renew within you through a gentle and enduring stream of grace. What I need from you right now is not that you understand everything immediately, but that you do not leave me while you do not yet understand. Remember, darkness is often hurried, but I lead you by peace. Darkness often shouts, but I can speak with a very gentle voice and still cause every storm to retreat. Darkness often threatens you that everything will collapse, but I remind you that nothing belonging to me in your life can be destroyed by a passing wind. You do not need to react to every fear that rises in your heart. You do not need to chase every thought that makes you uneasy. You do not need to open the door to every whisper that causes you to lose direction. Learn to stand still, breathe in my presence and ask, does this draw me closer to the Father? Does this bring purity and peace? Does this help me walk in love and truth? When you learn to discern in this way, you will not be easily swept away. I am placing upon you a new watchfulness, not tension, but an enlightened heart, not suspicion toward everyone, but wisdom to recognize what comes from me and what comes only to throw you into disorder. I am calling you out of the habit of living half awake, out of allowing days to pass without caring for your inner life. This is the time for you to guard what you hear, what you see, what you allow into your mind, and the words you repeat about yourself. Words can build you up or weaken you. Your attention is a doorway, and I want you to learn how to guard that doorway with gentleness yet firmness. My beloved child, this warning does not come to weigh you down, but to set you free. I do not want you to live in fear. I want you to live in peaceful watchfulness. I do not want you to think you are facing what lies ahead alone. I want you to know that holy armies are moving at my command, and my protection covers you in ways you have not fully seen. What wants to swallow you will not overcome my hand. What wants to lead you astray will not be able to pass through the light I place before you. If you remain close to me, tonight, let your heart become soft again. Let the tension dissolve in my presence. Give me your fear, your confusion, the dark images you keep imagining, and the questions that rob you of sleep. I will not despise anything you bring to me. I will receive it, cleanse it, and return to you the peace you need to continue walking. So do not regard this moment as ordinary. This is a call to return, a hand placed upon your shoulder, a lamp lit in a dark hallway. I am reminding you that you need to hear my voice more than ever. Not because I want you to fear the world, but because I want you to be strong in my love. Remain in my presence. Let me guide the rhythm of your steps. Let me teach you to distinguish between the wind and the calling, between noise and truth, between what throws you into panic and what leads you into peace. You asked for a sign, and I am answering. You asked for clarity, and I am opening your eyes little by little. You asked me to appear, and I am here near to you, keeping you, calling you, teaching you to stand firm. Do not let the whirlwind pull you away. Anchor your heart in me, and you will see that no matter how violently the night moves, my light is still powerful enough to lead you through safely. What is about to come tonight is not a coincidence, but something I am showing you beforehand so that you may be kept in my hands. My beloved child, listen to me with full watchfulness in your heart. For there are moments when I do not come only to comfort you, but also to awaken you before fierce winds try to shake your house. What is quietly moving toward you is not merely an ordinary event in the flow of life, nor is it a meaningless small matter that will simply pass by on its own. There are plans being formed in darkness to shake your faith, to sow confusion into you, to make you forget that I am still holding every path and every step of your life. But I, your Father, the one who sees what has not yet happened before it takes shape, I am pulling that curtain away from its hiding place. I reveal it to you not so that you will be afraid, but so that you will stand in the right position. Keep your heart upright, remain awake, and cling tightly to my covering. You must understand that not every bad report has the right to enter your life. Not every loss planned in darkness is permitted to be fulfilled. Not every scheme against you can cross the boundary I have built around you. Some things are only strong when you are asleep. Only advance when you ignore my gentle reminders. Only find a way in when you let your mind drift in carelessness. Therefore, I am calling you back to holy watchfulness. Do not pass through this day like someone who does not hear the bell from heaven. Do not take lightly the small promptings in your heart, the nameless heaviness, the quiet pauses that suddenly make you want to pray, to stop, to re-examine your path. Many times, those things are not unstable emotions. They are my guidance, knocking softly within you. Remember, my child, I never let you face danger without first sending light. Before great turning points, I often place within the hearts of those I love a strange sensitivity, a feeling that cannot be explained by reason, a quiet reminder to stop, to change direction, to pray, to lock the door that has been opened too long. In former days, when serious moments drew near, I always awakened those who belonged to me in many different ways. Sometimes I used a call in the night. Sometimes I used someone I sent. Sometimes I used unrest in the heart to draw that person out of a place about to be shaken. And today, I am doing the same with you, not because I want you to live in anxiety, but because I want you to know that my love always goes one step ahead of danger. Therefore, do not continue walking like someone spiritually asleep. Do not allow your inner ears to be so filled with the noise of the world that you can no longer recognize my voice. Do not allow busyness, weariness, disappointment, or the words of others to make you lose the sensitivity I have placed within you. This is not the time to take my presence lightly. This is the time for your heart to become solemn. Not solemn because of fear, but because you know your Father is speaking. When I remind you to pray, pray. When I remind you to be silent, keep yourself in stillness. When I remind you to avoid a conversation, a decision, or a hurried step, trust that I see farther than you can see. Obedience at the right time can stop a storm before it reaches your threshold. I know that in recent days you have felt a weight that is difficult to explain. At times you wake up without understanding why your heart does not feel light. At times you are doing ordinary work, yet inside there is a strange prompting, as though something needs to be covered in prayer. You try to push it aside. Try to tell yourself that you are only tired, only overthinking, only too sensitive. But I say to you, not every weight comes to crush you. Some weights are allowed to touch you in order to awaken your watchfulness. Heaven is drawing your attention away from trivial things so you can see what matters more. I am allowing you to sense beforehand movements your eyes have not yet seen, so that you will not be caught unaware when darkness tries to draw near. But hear me clearly. My beloved child, my warning never comes alone. If I warn you, it is because I have prepared shelter for you. If I awaken you, it is because I do not intend to let you be swept away by the waves. If I allow you to recognize the schemes of the adversary, it is because I have the authority to break them before they succeed. Your home is not outside my sight. Your name is not forgotten before the heavenly realm. Those who belong to you, the things I have entrusted to you, the seeds you have sown in faith, all are known to me. No hand can steal from you what I have placed under my protection, unless you yourself move away from that covering through disobedience and neglect. So stay close to me. Stand in the light. Let your heart rest in the keeping of your Father. The adversary has whispered to you for too long in the dark corners of your thoughts. It has tried to sow in you the feeling that you are not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough to be heard by me. It has tried to make you believe that your prayers dissolve into emptiness, that your tears are seen by no one, that your quiet faithfulness makes no difference. But today I speak the opposite over you. The words you have spoken to me have been heard. Your cry has passed through the heavy layers of doubt. Every time you trembled and still called my name, heaven took notice. Every time you had no strength left and still chose to believe, light was kindled around you. You are not a child forgotten outside the gate. You are my child called by name, seen, protected, and placed under the seal of grace. Do not let temporary silence deceive you. There are times when I do not answer in the way you expect, but that does not mean I am absent. There are times when I allow you to wait a little longer, not because I am indifferent, but because I am arranging layers of protection that you cannot yet understand. While you think everything is standing still, I am working behind the curtains. While you see only a closed door, I am blocking a path that could wound you if it opened too soon. While you think you are being delayed, I am keeping you from stepping into a trap disguised with an attractive appearance. Therefore, learn to trust me even when you have not yet seen the result. Learn to rest in my wisdom even while your heart still carries many questions. I never waste your waiting. Tonight, what you need is not panic, but watchfulness, not fear, but reliance, not running everywhere to seek confirmation from people, but returning to the secret place with me. Lay every anxiety before me. Ask me to guard your mouth, your decisions, your rest, your house, the people you love, and every path of tomorrow. Be careful with hurried words, heated reactions, and choices driven by pressure. What has been arranged to shake you may come through a message, a call, a piece of news, a word, or an unexpected change. But when you stand in me, it will not have the right to rule over you. I can break the arrow before it touches you. I can turn the wind before it blows into your house. I can transform what was meant to cause damage into a testimony of my keeping. So answer me with steadfast faith. If you know this word is touching you personally, let your heart say, I believe, not only with your lips, but through watchfulness from this moment onward. Let your action today become a sign that you are no longer asleep before my calling. Comment the number 2 as a confirmation that you recognize this reminder is for you. Not to display yourself before people, but so you may mark within your own heart that you have heard, understood, and are ready to stand under the covering of the Father. And after that, be at peace, for I am going before you. I am guarding behind you. I am covering both sides of you. No scheme against you is greater than my power. Tonight, you do not step into the darkness alone. You walk in the light of the one who has called you beloved child. and my hand will not leave you.